God's sake, no, quiet down, Shelby. Alright, listen up, you jackholes. I get that in our line of swindling, thieving, and general law breaking, there's a lot that can go wrong. So believe me, I understand why pirates do these weird little things that they think will bring them good luck. On the low, if a pirate tells you luck's never been a factor in their success, they're either lying to you or selling you something. But these things are getting out of hand. I'm one asinine superstition away from losing my cool. It's starting to seem like pirates across the verse are competing for the crown of stupidest superstition. And if they are, I think I found our champion. Some numbskull by the name of Nutter Bone got on his ship and knocked around so bad near Orson he had to land for repairs at Port Olisar, where, of course, Krusek was waiting. He got pinched and shipped off to Klesher. I'm sure you're wondering what old Boone was up to. Did that put him in this position? Did he get too greedy with a target? Try pulling a job out of his league? Nope. He was trying to fly alongside get this, a herd of Stormwals. No, you're not hallucinating. Those were the words that came out of my mouth. Somehow, Nada got in his head that some folk thinks they spotted Stormwals, and that's a good omen. That it must be even luckier to fly alongside them. But Nada had a problem. Each time he tried to get close with his ship, the Stormwals would dip below the cloud wall. Which, makes a lot of sense. When a wild animal sees a massive flying ship towards them, their first thought is, hey, this is not a friend. But Nada wasn't gonna take no for an answer, so he tried flying with the flock anyway. A group of Stormwals, herd, I don't know what kind of thing you would call them. Whatever, a bunch of Stormwals are called messed up Nada's ship, defending themselves from this creeper. Usually I find this kind of stupidity funny, but ever since Nada's arrest spread, I'm hearing about new idiotic superstitions popping up every day. Now look, I know pirates aren't known for being the sharpest skiffs, but now I'm losing my confidence that most of you lot can't even tell the blasting side of a gun from the grip. I'm sure some of you are saying, oh Jester, that's just one dumb shipjacker. That ain't all of us. Well, you know the saying, it only takes one bad weld to scuttle a ship. These morons aren't doing the rest of us any favors is all I'm getting at. This isn't a recent thing either. I've been hearing stories like this for ages. Another example. Tell me why I keep hearing about the pirates avoiding Banu's ships. Seems that some packs have gotten it in their heads that you should never rob a Banu ship, or else Kassa, the patron of luck in the Banu religion, will be mighty upset with you. Is this really the kind of thing that we should be concerning ourselves with? I'd rather be worrying about the Advo swooping in, or being out there with the merc teams waiting to drop an ambush on us after a breach, than buying into some alien religions. I've been hearing some crews clapping back and forth saying that the whole Banu thing only applies to your first target after setting out, and everything after first is fair game, as if that's somehow reasonable. You're criminals, damn it! If you see a good target, you take it. Look, I'm not against a little pre-flight ritual or something. I'm not ashamed to admit I wore the same Lido's t-shirt for 6 jobs in a row. But the point is, the job still came first. What's it gonna take for us to step back and think about all the ridiculous things we've been doing in the name of our little bit of luck? When did we start caring about this dung than making a profit? Another one that keeps coming about is around Pyro, where apparently some gangs will even change their plans based on how solar flares emit. if a single burst of a solar flare is a bad omen, and so gangs buckle down and don't pull their jobs. But if it's 2 bursts, then luck's on your side, and they all rush out at once. What if it's 3? Are you supposed to call your mom? There is a part of me that hopes that one of the smarter packs out there probably started this rumor just so they know when there's a single flare, all the gullible gangs won't be roving out there and competing on them or targets. What really boggles me is that this isn't even limited to smaller no-names. I heard that there are packs in the Nova Riders, damn it, that think you should never wear gear on the same trip you looted it, or the spirit of the previous wearer will bring you bad luck. And just to remind you, these are supposed to be some of the most feared raiders out there. The sad thing is, Tritus spreads so fast, I wouldn't be surprised if me just talking about some of these nonsenses hasn't convinced you some it's worth a try. I swear, if I hear an idiot trying the Stormwall thing after this, I'll hire someone to ghost them. Hell, maybe I'll even do it personally and send a comm before I blow them to bits, just to give them the Inept Outlaw of the Year award and thank them for doing a service to reputation of pirate gangs everywhere by dying. We don't need Crusader calling a crackdown on pirates because their beloved space whales are being bothered. I don't know about you, but I don't want some eco-terrorist lunatics on our backs either. We're out here to make a profit. Hopefully, the next time Booty Call is back, some of you will have your heads on straight. This is Jester out. That was a lore reading of Booty Call Dumb Luck. I wanted to thank the lore team for putting this out. This is a fun one. Please, more of this, lore team. I know you put these text things out for Spectrum Dispatch. You have plenty of a back catalog. Probably close to a decade now of back catalog that are full of these stories, and they're trapped behind the subscriber paywall. As a current subscriber, and off and on, I'm a subscriber all the time. But please, I implore you, it's okay for subscribers to have that huge advantage. Make it a year or something where it's locked in behind the subscriber paywall, and then bam, out they go. There is so much awesome stories like this. And Jester's one of my favorite characters to play. But he's a down-on-his-luck pirate, for those who are not aware, from Nyx. So one of the cool things about Jester is he gives us insights into the other systems in the area that are in our community. Of course, he brings up Stanton, where we know, and this was mainly, focused on Crusader and such and the Stormwals, but that we're still waiting on. Can't wait to see them. But bringing up the stories of Pyro with the solar flares, and there is gangs that actually are proud of their exposure to the suns of Pyro with the solar flares, and they purposely wear gear. We've seen in the lore post and the character design team's discussions in the past about how they actually show their injuries from that. They wear those scars with pride from massive sunburns and such. And other gangs that, as you've just seen, have superstitions about solar flares. Really exciting, fun stuff. And then, of course, Nyx. Once in a while, Jester will discuss Nyx or hint at it and such. And that gives us a little peek behind the curtain to see the different pirate organizations in the whole area. So I hope you enjoyed this. No, I don't always play pirates. I play good people too. And even with other content creators and some other fantastic folks out there. Shout out to you, Ash. But the storyline here is really fun, really interesting. And, I've had this question come up more than once about why I like Jester. And I got to say, I find him entertaining. And it strikes me as he's like almost like a Malcolm, I'm not going to say a Malcolm Reynolds, but it feels a lot like he's going that direction where he's not out to hurt anybody. He talks tough, he talks big, but really he's just out to make a profit, whatever which way that is, even if it's just making these little shows he makes. So I kind of admire that about him. He's just making his way in this world. Or should I say the verse? All right. Well, I hope this finds you well. We've had some exciting stuff with RSI. Lately, the CIG team has been hinting, at least in the rumor mill, nothing confirmed yet, that as of now, 318 might be going to Evo in the next week. and that's the rumor mill, and that it has new components of brand new the Gen 12 technology and also PES type stuff. I'd like to do a video on that at some point. I'll be brutally honest though, I'm no server tech expert, so it'd probably be more of just a review of what the crew said it from CIG and whatnot, just kind of a rehash. I thought it was also fun that the CIG team had a really cool video. I think it came out today, as of September 23. I'm speaking, 2022. There, I just dated the video. Dang. That was actually kind of interesting about some of the early days of Lando's time. So I know a lot of the Discords out there and a lot of the comments in the Reddit section were kind of like not too excited about this discussion, but I think it's like in the first third of the video, there was some really good discussion Lando had, kind of rebuilding a lot of the creative juices that were flowing in the early days of the game, and the hangar module and the locker from another universe that had a few, you know, things, even like a Jared, for example, thing mention. Really cool stuff. And I really enjoyed that introspective look. I'd love to see more of those videos. I know they're not for everybody. I know it doesn't excite a lot of people, but it was really cool to see a brand new employee kind of, you know, rehashing a lot of the old days Jared remembers of his early days. So I thought that was really cool, and I'd love to see more of that. If you want to see me do a video discussing the early days, be sure to put a comment below and mention that. Like, hey, preferably that you like this one. I'd like to think everybody likes these lore videos. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I think that kind of video is better, to be honest. And I'll put, just so I'm not trying to clickbait, I'll put in the description a time-stamped version of that video I'm talking about. So you don't have to sit through the hour-long video. You can go right to the point, get your nostalgia on, or learn something new if you're newer to the community. Welcome if you're brand new. I always try to make content for new, returning players, and loyal to the end. Just like my philosophy on present, this when I discuss ships, present, short-term, long-term, right? I try to think of that as well when it comes to the people I make content for. We're all in different stages, and no matter what your backing status is, we're all backers. We're all in the same community. And if you made it this far, thank you again for sticking around. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That's my little sales pitch. And the only other thing I'm going to say is, if you enjoyed this video, if you know anybody else who would enjoy it, please don't hesitate to share it. That'd be greatly appreciated. That's it. I'm off my soapbox. You all have a great weekend and fly safe.